Is it right to use the power of one's platform, the trust bestowed by listeners for personal gain, to exploit the very people who tune in and day out for their loyalty and support? This is a question that springs to mind when we reflect on the actions of Aaron, the host of the Steel Toe Morning Show, over the past 3 years. Picture it, 3 years ago, Aaron was just another voice on the radio, a charismatic personality with a knack for earning trust. Yet, behind the microphone, Aaron was plotting a course that would see him leveraging his growing popularity for personal benefit. As the months rolled on, Aaron started subtly hinting at a need for financial support. It began with subtle suggestions, an offhand comment about an unexpected bill, a casual mention of the increasing cost of living. His listeners, empathetic to his plight, began to contribute. 2 years ago, these hints transformed into explicit requests. Aaron's radio show started to resemble a telethon more than a morning radio program. He would wax poetic about his financial struggles, pulling at the heartstrings of his listeners, all the while asking for their assistance. Fast forward to 1 year ago. Aaron's audience had become his personal piggy bank. He had managed to convince his listeners that by supporting him financially, they were supporting the show they loved. He was no longer a radio host, but rather a skilled manipulator, preying on the generosity and trust of his listeners. Now, as we stand here today, Aaron's actions prompt a critical examination of the ethics of radio hosting. It raises questions about the intersection of personal gain and professional responsibility. But this isn't just about Aaron. It's about the larger issue at hand, the trust between a radio host and their audience. It's about the invisible contract that exists, the unspoken agreement that a host will use their platform responsibly with integrity. It's time to demand better, to hold our radio hosts to higher standards, to insist on transparency, integrity, and respect. It's time to reclaim the airwaves, to insist that our trust, once given, is not taken for granted or abused. Remember, the power of the audience is immense. Every time you tune in, you're casting a vote. You're saying, I trust this voice, I support this show. So make sure you're casting your vote wisely. Demand better from your radio hosts, because you deserve better, and the future of radio depends on it.